Hello guys, Brandon Carey here, and today we are going to continue our run of Crash 4. It's about time. But before we do anything, I'm getting sick of thinking of Crash looking like Ninja from the Fortnites that the kids these days play. So I will figure out a new skin to give him. Nah. Sure. We will play as Cyborg Crash Bandicoot. Oh, hold on. If we defeat Embryo in the inverted, we can play as Biker Crash. So why don't we take a quick detour. And defeat Embryo in Inverted so that we can use the Biker skin for Crash, which is a really, really good skin. And maybe we'll get to dealing with the Doctor and his cronies. Because that's where we are right now. We have defeated Embryo and we've obtained 3 of the 4 quantum masks. And our next opponent after defeating Engine and Embryo is Cortex himself. Oh, I should probably, you know, pay attention if I'm going to redo a boss fight. And yes, even the boss fights have inverted modes, and this is just one where you can fight, and it's much the same. It is a mirrored level with some effect applied, but since this particular boss does, like, the stage is more or less symmetrical, you really don't feel anything being lost or gained in terms of challenge by this being inverted. It feels very much the same. Jump. Keep smooth and steady pace.
Choose your way to victory. Oh!
There we go. And now we are on the last phase of the fight.
Take me seriously.
I mean, you have a goofy voice actor, which is probably why people don't take you seriously, Brio. Oh, I forgot to turn on my quantum spin, like a silly dumb butt. Like a silly dumb butt. Fall down. Quantum mask lets me so effortlessly glide right over him. Fall down. One more. Fall down, damn you. And now we're in inverted mode. Oh no, oh bad, oh bad. Darn it. I got too cocky. I got too cocky and I got too greedy. an easy boss fight. I don't know why I'm screwing it up. Damn you. Alright, come this way. Over here. There we go. Good thing they checkpoint so well in these bosses, otherwise this would be really bad and embarrassing. It always takes 3 to knock him off. It. And now we have the biker skin. Simple as that. Just beat a boss a second time and get a skin for it. Thanks for the congratulations and welcome to the chat. And now, let's use that skin that we got. Warped Biker from Crash 3. It's a good skin. So let us do Bears Repeating, which I think is the last platforming level of this particular world, before we move on to the next boss fight. Although there might be a ton level that is optional after this. I don't know if those are optional or not. I feel like they're optional. The alternate characters that transition to Crash or Coco. I think those are optional. I don't know if you have to actually do them. I did them in my run, but I don't know if you have to. This game has some loading times. There we go. Something. Okay, nothing over here. They do that sometimes. And kill that guy, destroy his drones. Let's see what other gimmicks are waiting for us over here. I do like that the skier stops spawning in when she gets too close, because that would be unfair otherwise. Alright, and then balancing beams. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, whoa, whoa, no, 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 don't do that. Oh, whoa. Ice physics. Holy crap, ice physics. Okay, they're all safe. All safe. Sometimes they aren't. Perfectly still. Right, and the pop. All right, there we go. There's some precision in these. Oh, that's mean. Alright, and bam. It's tricky timing. Oh, hold on. You tricky little bastards. You tricky little bastards. I love that. There's a yellow gem path you will be not touching, because that does not seem like a fun use of my time. I cannot, like... The hidden gems in this game are devious. I caught that at the glint of my eye. I was fully prepared to miss that, because I didn't even see it. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Holy crap. That's a clever hiding spot for a gem. And I hear some of the inverted levels have even trickier spots. Alright, this is a Kapuna, so time stop, time resume. Oof. Oofy doofy. Nope. Alright, and... Oh, that's bullshit. Oh no! Bummer. Let's see how far that set us back. Okay, not too far. That's good. That's good. We are not that far away from where we just were. We can climb back up. I can't believe they made this the rope holding the scales up a physics object. Oh, whoo! Nope. That is a bad. Nope. I mistimed that. Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, fuck, oh fuck, okay. Here we go. There we go. Oh no, oh phew, oh phew. Whew. Alright. Oh no! Oh, that's fucked up! Wow, holy crap, it's harder than it looks. Why would they make that a physics object? Yeah, why would that be a physics object? Why would you do that? Let's try this again. And there we go. Thanks to Kapuna, you can actually jump safely across a chasm of nitro crates without getting hit, which is a very unique mechanic that,
Oh, how I've missed this.
Hi, Cortex. We'll deal with you first. We'll deal with this bonus round first, then we'll get to you. We'll get to you. Thankfully, you will not have to worry about Oh, okay, I see. That's a cruel gimmick. Okay, we're not doing that bonus level, because that feels like it'd be a pain in the ass to do. Instead, we're just gonna end this. I am so grateful that I am not 100%ing this, because if I had to do that, this would be unbearable. And that was not an intended pun, but I will take it since I already said it, and I cannot take it back. But these boxes are way too easy to miss, and if you're going for all of them, then a single mistake you have to completely restart and just die. And so it's just, this is a level where it's asking for a precision that the mechanics don't really facilitate. Which, if you're going for just raw completion like I am right here, that's fine. There's no issue with that. You can just try again until you succeed, and there's not really a big deal. But when you're going for that, all the boxes, or God help you if you're going for the insanely perfect relic, which requires you getting all the boxes and in 80% of the fruit and not dying, yeah, that's a bad time. You're not having a fun time playing this level. Look, 27 does. We're in the bonus stage, admittedly, but that's just not something that you should be trying to do. It's just not worth it. They get a lot of gems in this, though. Once you learn that you don't need the gems unless you really want the skin associated with that stage, it becomes a lot easier. We can fight Cortex now. But first, let's do this Tawna stage. Building bridges. Sam Porter Bridges. God, loading times this game. That's not an encouraging sign.
Ooh,
Okay.
must have left my jacket in the Bermuda Quadrangle.
The Bermuda Quadrangle. I like those little jokes about how different universes have different... there are subtle differences between the timelines in each universe. Oh, that was just completely on me. I can't even win the game for that. Let's try this again. And that's how it's done. Oh, whoops. I mistimed that completely. And... Oh! Oh, what?! Oh, well. This is much faster. Alright. Seeing... Oh, I see the gem up there. How do I get up there, though? Okay. Okay. From the very beginning, give me a checkpoint, buddy. That's just kind of cruel. All right. Yeah, that gem is definitely up there. Now that I see it, I know what I'm looking for.
Please let
Should
the next world
be-
be a beach world.
Yeah, there we go.
Sunshine and
Hidden gem.
Sand, drinks with mini umbrellas.
Everyone in this universe seems to adore those drinks with mini umbrellas. I know Cortex talks about that a lot. There we go, and now we have a checkpoint. Woo! And jump, jump. There we go. That's done. Get the mask because we're going to need it. I can't believe the game did me dirty like that. That's fucked up! Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty, game. You fight dirty. Alright. Whew! That's precise. Whew! And here we go. Now we know it was Tawna that created that Nitro Crate bridge for Crash in the previous level. But now we have to go through that level again as Crash, but I think this time it won't be that bad because it is just the polar segment, but remastered.
Oh, how I missed this.
You'll see here that like the level layout is the same, but the crate placement is different. If you go through the footage, a lot of like if you were to comb through this footage on the YouTube version of this, you would see there are a lot of boxes that look like I should have grabbed them, but I am whiffing due to the way the game's physics calculates where my position is in these areas. But since I'm not going for a box, this is okay. I'm just going for... I'm sorry, not going for a gem, this is okay. I'm just going for raw completion.
Can you tell?
And we do still have the hidden gem, which we acquired. This is... I love I love Cortex's laugh. I like. Oh, his actor Lex Lang is having such a time of his life playing this character, and it is a treat to witness. Cortex is a really fun character as an enemy to go up against. Like this old '90s-esque cartoon mad scientist who has this generic take over the world like motivation. It's great. It really works. And it's really fun to play off that. Now let's see what I didn't get, which should be probably most of the things in this level. Yep, that's fair. That's valid. Of course, that means if you want to get 100%, you have to play that particular section 4 times. And given how imprecise that section is, that could be a bit of a nightmare. And now it's time to fight the big man himself. It's time to fight Cortex. We're already so close to finish this game. We're already at the final boss of the Cortex. Can you believe that? Like, we just started the stream half an hour ago, and we're about to fight the final boss. There is nothing after this. We are completely done once we beat Cortex.
Crash Bandicoot. It's about time.
He said the thing! He said it! He said the thing!
Like the old days. Except this time, everything will go according to my plan.
I love that smile.
Upgrades to my blimp.
So there's a couple of things going on here that old fans of the franchise might like. First, you notice the missiles, very reminiscent of Engine in Crash 2. But in terms of Crash 1, like the first game, this fight takes place on Cortex's blimp. So that's like a callback to the first game in that respect. But also, you'll notice that Cortex has exactly 4 pips of health, because this is the 4th Crash game.
Let's try this one.
So there's like that. There's that subtle nod to continuity. Like this is officially Crash 4. So he has 4 health, and this fact that he's on this blimp is just like, oh yeah, it's because it's Cortex. Cortex's first fight was on a blimp, so I want to call back to that. That's a lot of really cool detail in this, and I need to learn how to dodge that tornado faster and better. And if it's not important to know that if you're playing this game, you can ignore that subtext completely. But if you are a fan of Crash, like, having that context is really cool.
Stop! All right, have it your way.
I also love Cortex's face in the top left, as if like he's
The anti-marsupial missile is my own design.
like he's having a mad gamer YouTube rant about the Bandicoot to keep kicking his ass. I need him to just stop and wait for those tornadoes to go past. Like that. Oh. Oh, I'm doing poorly. Oh, I have Kapunawa. I didn't even notice I had the masks. Oh, I'm a dillweed. How did I not notice I had that mask? So that's my out for when things get a little too tough.
Punch that Bandicoot, Punchbot!
I need to move out of a mega missile. tunnel vision probably does explain that, actually. You're probably not wrong.
Neither will I.
Also, I love seeing this arena fall out from under me like that. That's really cool.
Kill the Bandicoot, crush the Bandicoot, smash its head.
Dude, his voice just cracked.
I wonder what happens if I hit all the buttons at once.
Oh, this is cool.
Feel the wrath.
I like the way this boss, like, builds, like, adds layers to the fight as the fight progresses. That's really cool. That's a good way to end that fight when you incorporating all the mechanics of the fight in that one final fourth phase. That's really cool.
Blasted Bandicoots! Ugh. Must we keep going around and around like this? Tell me, Crash, is this all there is? Forever?
Also note that Crash is not in a skin in this scene.
Gloat all you want. I quit. If you need me, I'll be on a tropical island somewhere. Alone.
How fortunate. You see, I no longer have needs for our alliance. I found a new partner and a new plan.
You were scheming behind my back?
I like this.
The Rift Generator has capabilities beyond your eager imagination. You are content to simply rule over space and time, but I'd rather start from scratch. Erase it all. Wipe the slate clean. I'm going to reset the timeline and rebuild it to my liking. I will become a god, which means you won't exist. And neither will those featherbrained masks or those meddling masks.
Whoops!
Wiped from existence by that pompous peacock? I'd like to see him try after I shove that tuning fork up his...
But not if we get to him first.
I love when people do that cut. That's a really fun.
Perhaps there's a way out of our endless cycle after all. Huh? Okay.
I like that. I like when people do the cut, like, stick that tuning fork up his butt. A little way to avoid the censors. I also like the way they characterize Cortex in this game, where he's someone who has lost to Crash Bandicoot 3 times in a row at this point. And more than anything, he's just kind of sick of it. He's not really even caring. He doesn't really even care if he beats Crash. He just wants it to end at some point. I mean, that's a really cool character arc for a villain. That's a really cool way to, like, to bring him into the modern context, to modernize him a lot. And then you also have Entropy, who you can play off that as well to give you an overarching big bad. On top of that, by the way, of course, obviously I lied. The game's not over yet. We're not even close to done. But it's cool to see that. Yeah, you're right. This game does humanize Cortex to a degree. Where more than anything, he's just kind of tired. Cortex is tired. After spending, like, maybe what's probably a decade or so, like, probably longer because he had to actually grow up in the prehistoric prison to break out. He's kind of broken. Mentally and emotionally. And he just wants his torment to end. But thankfully, we still have Dr. Entropy as a big bad, so that we get to justify having a playable Cortex in this game. and B, we have an actual actual villain energy on our hands once Cortex kind of exits the villain corner. I mean, it is ultimately an excuse to make him a playable character, making Entropy the overarching big bad, but it's a justification that is largely still in character for him, and Entropy both, while still being something that's not that's new to the franchise. Like, this is something that we haven't really seen before. Not that Cortex hasn't been playable before, because he was into Insanity. Like, that was the whole thing, was that Cortex had to work with Crash to stop a bigger bad than the two of them, than he is. So this is not the first time they've done this, but it's not something that they do very often. So it's a trick that still feels fresh. Hydrate. That's a good idea. But I forgot to pour some water, so I will be right back. I'm going to turn off the webcam, and I'm going to pour myself a bottle of water. We're back. This is for you guys. Really is nothing better than a nice cold glass of water. Or I guess bottle in this case, but you know what I mean. Make sure these are into my ears. Fiery pit. This is actually an appropriate time for hydration too, considering we are in the middle of a lava pit. I doubt that was intentional but it's really neat. Falling platforms, spewing lava, all in a day's work for Crash Bandicoot. Let's see if this is a fun bonus challenge worth doing. Aha. Oh. Yeah, this is what I mean when I say that those timed boxes can get annoying. I was off by a fraction of a second, and I just went skating into the abyss. So nah, we're not doing that, actually. I'm actually not going to do that. Oh, I get it. Yeah. I've said it before, and I will probably keep saying it until we finish the game. If you are going for 100% in Crash 4 It's About Time, you're going to be in for a fairly miserable experience. But if you were just willing to play it casually and just get to the end, this is a really good game. I think they did tune it a little too strongly in favor of just difficulty for the sake of difficulty. And I think when they go and make the sequel, because I've spoken a bit about this in the post that has yet to release for last week's episode of this. But I think by far the most common criticism of this game is how unforgiving a lot of its like end game challenges can be. And I think if they're offered a chance for a sequel, which they absolutely should be offered that chance, this game is otherwise very good. I think that is a criticism that they will probably have to take to heart in moving towards advancing this further. There needs to be a reduction in the challenges being asked of the player. I shouldn't feel like 100%ing the game is... I shouldn't look at that prospect and go, oh, that's daunting. I don't want to do that. That seems like way too much work. That's if your player has that reaction, you've created a problem whether you intended to or not. And the fact that even people who are normally okay with really, really hard platforming have that same reaction, that's not good. That's not good. But that's nothing that can't be fixed or addressed in future games. That is something that once you know you have that problem, you can fix it.
Let's see how these prehistoric predators like my blaster's new settings.
And since Cortex is a playable character, well, since it was on our side, he is the last playable character of the cast. We will be playing as Dr. Cortex a couple of times. Although I think the game is that's cool. That's cool to have a box hidden there. I think we don't have much game. I think there's like 2 worlds, like maybe 2 or 3. No, there's like a decent chunk of worlds after you unlock Cortex, so I guess that's fine. But his central gimmick is that he can turn enemies into platforms. By shooting an enemy once, I create this solid block.
When I added blockification. Well, who's
But if I
now?
hit an enemy a second time,
Me.
it turns into a gel platform which I can use to jump even higher. So Cortex, ironically, despite being the bad guy, can't actually defeat enemies so much as he can use them to augment his own movements. You also like that he doesn't get the angel, he gets the devil. That's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. It is a little ironic now thinking about it that Cortex is the only character who can't just straight up defeat enemies, despite being, in theory, the game's like one of the game's big bads. That's a pretty interesting little touch. I don't know if there's anything meant by that, but it's a fun little factoid. Turn use on platform. And this is honestly a pretty fun mechanic. It feels a little underutilized. Some of Cortex's levels can seem a little basic, but as a set of mechanics, this is a good way to characterize Cortex without feeling like this isn't a Crash game. This is still very much a Crash Bandicoot game at its core. Right, I am doing Crash things, even if I'm not playing as Crash. Or Coco, who has the same moveset.
Ooh, bouncy.
And where Crash has a spin, I need to wait for that. Get over here. No. Fuck. Okay. There we go. This is a little, challenging. And now we will platformize you. Ooh. Get you a little bit lower. That's just mean. Oh, that is a platform there. I would have been perfectly safe. Okay, gotcha, got it. Oh, that works. That works just fine, actually. 4, 5, and jump and teleport. There we go. I don't need a carnivorous plant. I need a platform. I need jump physics. Really the other cool thing about Cortex is it seems like the range of his pistol is roughly the same range as his dash. So if you can shoot it, odds are you can platform onto it. That's fine. Gelatinize. And teleport. No. I will not be hit by carnivorous plant today. Thank you very much. Get extra height. There we go. Probably could have just,
Ooh, I've never tried a volcano lair. Do good guys have volcano lairs? Much to learn.
Do good guys have volcano lairs? I do kind of like how with Entropy, like, now that he's been defeated and Entropy is, like, he has worked with Crash, Cortex is kind of down for being Team Good Guy, because it gives him a chance to not... Oh, I shouldn't have gelatinized this platform. I actually need this solid so I can get an accurate shot. He's like, I'm okay being a good guy. That means I might actually be able to win this time. That's a cool idea for a villain character. I'm just freaking tired of losing, so if being a good guy means I win for once, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Oh, fuck off. Poopy. Oh, whoopsie. Okay, that mask wasn't helping me that much anyway. This platforming is a little, it's actually somewhat hard, for me at least, to judge the distance on the dash. At least that's what I am experiencing as of right now. Which is kind of funny, because I were talking about the dash earlier being roughly equal to... Oh, that needs to be gelatinized. Oh, fuck that. Okay, so... There we go. Now try this again. I have the height I need to okay, there we go. All good.
On second thought, no volcano lair. I can feel my nostril hairs sizzling.
It is kind of cute watching Cortex go, I don't even know how to be a good guy. I just don't. But fuck it. Let's give it a shot. Worst I can do is lose again. So why not? Why not give it a shot? Gelatinize you. There we go. Two.
Haven't seen mushrooms that big since I left the Gigantizotron running overnight.
I love this voice actor. Lex Lang, you're doing a fucking amazing job. Don't ever quit being Cortex. And 1, 2, 3, one more. There we go. And this is, I think, the one mandatory Cortex level for the rest of the game. So we are good. I love that smile. That evil villain smile. It's real good. I'm glad you can play as Cortex in this game, and I'm glad they did something that wasn't the usual with him. He has a unique kit that is still in theme with Cortex, but it's not the normal Cortex kit. Let's unlock that Cortex level back here. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what Cortex might have done back in this level. Yes, exactly it. He looks so cartoonishly villainous that he's actually like really fun as a result. He's so over the top with his evil that it turns around and becomes hilarious. And that's what makes it work. Also, listen to the line that he spews at the start of this level. Once the game decides it wants to load up. Okay, perfect. I think.
The Bandicoots are en route. I must reach the spot.
I must reach the spot. It's so perfect. It's so out of control. Also, you might notice that if you can hear it, the background music is basically like they're chords of his theme song. The that's been his theme song for all of the Crash games, and so it's fitting that in his levels, like, they reprise that theme here. I could go for the boxes, but since we're not getting that gem anyway, it's just not worth it. So let's... Oh, what's over here? Nothing worth getting, apparently, is what I just found out the hard way. Nothing worth getting is over that way. Over yonder. Oof, indeed. Oh. Poopy. Let's try again. Die. Oh. Bugger. There we go. Perfect. Flawless execution.
On a cold winter's night, have yourself a bite of
Bandicoot stew. There are times you can tell a voice actor is having fun, and this is one of those times. There's some precision required here. Oh! That was my bad. I fucked it up at the end. I should have committed. If I had committed instead of cowarding out, that would have been a whole different story. And this is the level of precision that Cortex levels can have, is when to dash. You gotta dash at the right time and at the right height. Too high and you hit that nitro, too low and you don't make the jump. There we go. Fuck off! Whoopsie. At least you're having fun in the back, so I don't have to worry too much about making an ass of myself. That's fine. So this is something that was a problem in the original games, and they ported it over, and they probably shouldn't have. When the nitros hop, there is a chance that they can clip you when you otherwise would have made the jump. And I am sure that's what happened there.
Just a few more steps and you'll be Bandicoot.
And so we find out that Cortex had a perfectly valid plan for destroying Crash once and for all. And at the last possible second, he fucked it up. With a sneeze. Which is honestly, that is Cortex to a T. That's who he is. He is evil, but more importantly, and thankfully for the rest of us, he is a world-class fuck-up. Which is why the world is still safe from him. And I like that they explore a lot of the world-class fuck-up half of his personality in this game. I do kind of wish that doing these extra bonus levels, like, oh, find out why that boat got knocked out, or find out why those nitros came into position at the perfect opportunity. I wish that didn't come with needing to replay the levels a second time. I wish that you could do that and like the level probably realistically should end once Cortex blows up the boat, because then we will know what that is, because we played that level. And if we don't know what that is, we have the level that's literally like on the side, we can replay it and remember what that was. Not a terrible, like... Other people smarter than me have said this before, but between this and the inverted mode and all of that, there's a lot of just straight up asset reuse in this game, and it's not comfortable. It feels like the game is bloating itself when it absolutely had no need to. Oh, that's my bad. I stepped that platform way too early. I think we were right by a checkpoint, so no harm, no foul. Unless you play with the Mother Clucker skin, in which case there is foul. Jump, jump, doop, witty doop. There we go. We got it. Oh, fuck off! There we go. Checkpoint. I'm gonna wait for a little bit. Oh, ice. Jump, and then slide, jump. Okay. Jump, jump, slide, jump, 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 jump. Who do. And got this, which does nothing for me, but it's giving me a platform to jump onto. And I have that boat, and that should be all I need. But all these boxes I'm missing, because the time crates in this game are problematic. In the sense of I consider them to be a problem. I could have had Invincible. It feels weird to put a mask here when masks don't transfer over. So it's weird they put a mask there in that particular spot, because masks don't transfer between levels like they used to. In the previous games, when I ended a level with a mask, I would go into the next level with the mask that I got. But in this game, every level resets the number of masks you have to 0, and you start. So it feels odd to get a mask that will probably, in all likelihood, never actually be used in that spot. That is a weird place to put a mask when you know for a fact the player can't carry it over. That feels a little like rubbing it in the player's face in a way. They really didn't need to do that. That feels strange. It's not a mistake, but it's strange. Now that we've unlocked Cortex, we can proceed with the main story. Dino Dash. When you think that there is a speck of dust on your monitor, but it's actually just a freckle on your forehead. A singular freckle. I swear to God, it feels like this game is freezing every time I load in a level. If there's one thing that they could patch into this game now, it would be improved loading times, if they can find a way to do that. I don't know why it takes so long to load to a level in this game. That seems really weird to me. Then again, I suppose the Insane trilogy had the same issue when Vicarious Visions made that. Maybe it should be no surprise. That this game too has the same issue with its loading time in its base release. You know, these flowers that cower once we get to them, they remind me an awful lot of the flowers in the B levels of Crash 2 that would shoot their bullet seeds, and then when you got close they would cower out. That's an interesting callback. Oh, whoops. Toggle, toggle. Alright, and I believe a chase level is about to go underway. Yep, we're about to get chased by a giant dinosaur. Which is basically, like, that's just straight out of Crash 3. Although I think it was a Triceratops in Crash 3 and not a T-Rex. Huh. I wonder how that barrier got there. Oh, and there's a box up there that I just missed. Oh. Oh, okay. Man, once you stop doing bonus rounds, it's hard to get back on the train of doing them because really it comes down to the issue of Category said this in the video, and he's not wrong to point out that once you have decided you are not going for the gems, a lot of the core mechanics that this game is built around basically no longer come into question. They're just gone. Like, once you've already chosen to go down the route of I am not collecting gems, boxes cease to be a concern. Wumpa fruit ceases to be a concern. The bonus rounds, the nitro crates, all of that ceases to be a concern immediately. And the game, as a result... Oh, don't... I see that glow over there. Found you. And it feels really weird to play a Crash game and on some level just straight up not care about the boxes. Oh, I fucked that up. Really? Trust in the singular jump. I gotta follow Caddy's advice. Trust the singular jump is enough, because more often than not it is. Not bad. Not bad at all. And now we have our fourth mask, which is the last one.
Goodness, if it isn't Lani Loli. How are you, brother?
Ika Ika.
Sorry to interrupt, but existence could end at any minute, so can we hurry?
When's existence ever done anything for anyone anyway?
Oh, don't mind Grumpy Gus. He's always a downer.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Get it? Because they have a split personality, because they invert each other. They are inverted masks. That's a really cool design for the mask itself.
That would be Entropy and his precious rift generator.
Sounds like it's time to kick some entropy butt.
But now we have all the masks. Cortex is right. It's time to take it to Entropy and deal with him. Once and for all. Hell yeah.
May I assist?
Now this is a pull. Oh, I forgot. Let's do a Dingodile section real quick. Though I actually agree with you, I think Kapunawa is my favorite of the four powers. It's a very classic power in terms of video games. Like anyone who's played a platformer in the past decade or two has had a mechanic where they have needed to stop or slow down time for a brief moment to get something done. And so that's kind of an old hat as far as game is concerned, but it is a old hat for a reason. It is a mechanic that works. Then again, all of these mechanics are mechanics that we know work. They're bold because they've never really been done in Crash before to this extent. Like, it's stuff that we know has worked, but we've never seen it in this form before. Old hat from old grandma.
Gotta be another one of
Exactly.
these things then, yeah.
And with that, you can get moving. Get grooving. Time to blow shit up with TNT. So obviously, with his vacuum stuffed by a TNT crate, Dingodile can't actually move. When I have a crate in my possession, I can't do this glide with the vacuum because the vacuum is too busy being occupied by the TNT crate. But that's okay. And it does add another layer to the game in terms of how Dingodile can behave. So I like the using TNT crates to break other crates from a distance. I wonder if I can use a TNT to hit... Oh, I can't hit the little guy over here. Or can I? I also, like you, Vo, I also enjoy the Granny personality a lot, personally. Oh, okay. You want to be like that? Then be like that. Oh. Oh, you're just glitching out. Okay, that's weird. Alright, so... Oh, I see. I actually need to bring a crate over here, don't I? Because unlike regular TNT boxes, these barrels... They don't blow up at a certain time. They just blow up whenever you smash something with them or you spin them. And you can hold them for longer than you would a TNT crate. There we go. Oh. Poopy. I should have known. Spikes on top. That should have been my indicator that that is a unsafe action I was taking. But I did it anyway. Oh, piss off. I just noticed that box, that stack of crates over there, and I do not care about it. Oh. Bullshit. Okay, I'm getting impatient now, and it's causing me to fuck up. This is not great. This is not great viewing. Sad face. don't actually need this, so goodbye. There we go. There we go. We made it. We did it, folks. We did it. We fucking did it. Those gas bombs are made of that makes them instantly lethal. Oh. Got through so far. Oh, I hit spin when I meant to hit vacuum. That was my dummy fault. All right. Ooh. Yes, I do need that barrel. Yes, I do. I think I'm too high to get hit by those bubbles up here. Oh! That was scary. Follow the fruits. Always follow the fruits, they'll never let you down. Alright, and jump.
Time to go home.
And while Crash was getting chased by a dinosaur, Dingo Dial was doing this. Trying to jump into that vortex to get to the next world and hopefully find his way home. And he accidentally caused that whole avalanche that kept the dinosaur from killing us. Thanks, Dingo Dial. I appreciate it. Nope. Time crates. Don't care. Dingo Dial, the absolute trooper, is exactly correct. And now, thanks to his intervention, we are alive and safe. Even if he didn't realize he was doing it, he was helping us. That's the kind of person Dingo Dial is. Even when he doesn't actively try to help you, he's helping you. That's just the kind of person he is at heart. He's a very caring individual who just wants you to be well fed at his diner of questionable things that you put in your mouth that may not actually be qualifying as food. No, 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 don't do that. No, fuck, this is bad. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, that was terrible. It's almost insulting to give someone a mask for this section because it doesn't actually matter all that much. What the hell? I have no idea what just happened. Oh well. Do it again. Alright, this one's looking better. This one's looking like it's faring better. Oh, come the fuck on! I missed the jump because I hit the box. So, here's another criticism I have of the game, and again, it does tie into that 100% issue. In a perfect run of a level in Crash, getting all of the boxes should feel like a natural extension of perfecting the level. It should feel like the level is rewarding you for getting the boxes. Like, you jump on the boxes, and because you did that, you were able to get to the other side safely. And a lot of what I'm seeing here is friction between the boxes and just completing the level. A lot of the time, the boxes are placed in areas where getting them actively makes the level you're doing harder, and not in the way of like in Crash 2 at the end of one of the chase scenes, you had to buy enough time in the chase to actually get the boxes. It's not like that. It's more in the middle of the chase, I am choosing to complete the chase or get the boxes, and whenever you're having whenever that choice is being made, there's usually that friction is not good. That friction does not contribute meaningfully to the game. Don't make me slide jump and then make it so that the slide jump is too much distance. Definitely see what Cortex is saying when he says the double jump is more of a correction in midair than it is an actual mechanic for traversing. You use double jump when you need to pivot, but until then, you don't really need it. And that friction is definitely, like, it is a unnecessary source of tension in the game. I realize that at some point I sound very negative about this game when I'm talking about it. It's only because I'm so familiar with how Crash works that those minor details do stand out to me in a lot of ways. But I do want to stress that I otherwise really do enjoy this game. There is a lot to like here. And it's just that when you play these levels again and again, you start to notice things. Especially when you have that memory of the previous Crash games, you compare those to what they were in previous games. Even Crash 1 didn't have this problem where it feels like the boxes are meant to be an added challenge to raw completion. It felt like the boxes were very natural supplement to, if you were perfecting this run, these boxes should be able to be no problem for you.
Dingo dial?
Easy, chums. If I was here to fight, you'd be Cactus.
He's with me. Found him lost out there. Caught him up on the whole time-space, you know, thing.
Yeah, just trying to get home. I was enjoying the retired life, see?
Got it. Our bad guys had to change a heart too.
Bad guy?
I like that. Bad guy.
You try my patience, Oxide.
But, no, I'm sure this insect knows how to obey an order.
Entropy!
Take your ship to planet Bermugula and be on the lookout for ships approaching the Rift Generator. We can't afford any unwanted visitors.
At once, your foulness. You manage our affairs with such poise.
Naturally, as do you. Ah.
Of course. The one person that Entropy could be thirsty for. The one person in all of existence that could get Entropy hot and bothered under the collar is very obviously a female version of himself. That is really good writing and a really good way to take advantage of the multiverse thing this game is going for. Because that is specifically Tawna's Entropy. The one that killed Crash and Coco in her time. Also, seeing the gang get together and seeing, like, Dingo Dial, like, this Dingo Dial being a retired, like, just trying to get home, not really worrying about trying to take care of the Bandicoots. It's very similar to Cortex in that, like, he does not care. Like, fighting the Bandicoots does not matter anymore, and unlike Cortex, who's still trying to get that win, Dingo Dial has written that loss off and go, okay, Bandicoots, not happening. I'll get something else to do with my time. That's fine. Whatever. Yes, Vo, exactly. It shows off Entropy's narcissism without, like, being the boring-ass villain rant. It is him getting a chance to play off himself. Or, to, pardon the pun, play with himself. Without coming off as, like, crass or boring or uninteresting. That's a good way to sell that Entropy is a narcissist who only thinks of or cares about himself by literally having him fall in love with himself from a different era. That is strong writing. You don't need me to tell you that he's a narcissist. You see it. You see it plainly. And the other, probably the other big thing to note about this scene and this level as a whole is that this is Bermugula, which is a nonsense word that you'd think I just made up, but actually is the place of birth of one nitrous oxide, who I don't know if CTR is canon to this universe yet, but Oxide was the villain who was the big bad of Crash Team Racing. And he was literally, the story behind that was that Naughty Dog was looking to salt the earth and prevent any future Crash games stories from advancing. So they made a alien villain who was so stupid, so completely jumping the shark that no one would ever be able to do anything with Crash ever again. Obviously, that didn't end up being the case, but They managed to take that villain who was like supposed to be a joke and make him into an actual part of the story of the reboot. And that is a pull. I think the other thing I like about that scene, and I also like, good that scene came, because I was just feeling like, oh, I'm being really mean about this game. But no, that scene has a lot of cool things to talk about. The other thing that is really cool is when Coco says our bad guys changed of heart, had a change of heart too, and there is that moment in Cortex's like existence where he goes, wait a minute, even if I go legit, I'm always gonna be thought of as the bad guy, aren't I? And like that little like that slight hint of depression at the realization that even if he turns good, he will always be thought of as the bad guy who turned good. He won't be thought of as the good guy. And you see that in his face. The game doesn't need to tell you that he's feeling that way. You can see it in like the tone of voice and in the animation of his facial features. And that's really strong performance. Whew. That was close. So I was like, oh, I've been really mean on this in this game today. And then that scene comes up and like, oh man, there's a lot of really cool things in that scene. It's such a short scene, but there's so much that they cram into it that it's really fun, especially even maybe especially on a rewatch. And I even talked about the new mask power, because it's pretty self-explanatory. Press the button, go down, go up, go down, go up. And you can even change in mid-flight. So they do a lot with that mechanic that I think is really interesting. But man, seeing that one scene is a very good scene. Not to mention, like, the female Entropy. That's a good design for Entropy. She looks, they do a good job of making sure she's still her own character, while still, like, clearly being a different version of Dr. Entropy. There's a lot to like in that, like, maybe not even a minute of interaction with the characters. Also, getting to see the whole band come together for the first time. That's a cool moment, too. So much to like. Like, that was the first time in the entire game where we had all of our playable characters in the same area. And you do get the sense that, like, even if it's a temporary alliance, there's still a bit of they formed a bit of a crew. Alright, this is a pretty precise one. Down, right, left. Alright, yeah. Each of the cardinal directions. Die. Ika Ika. Oh, I fucked this one up. Yep, that was my bad. Yes, exactly. That like seeing them react to female Entropy with a mix of like disgust and horror, like Coco, Tana, and Cortex. Like seeing them disgusted at how Entropy is very clearly in love with himself, and Crash just like, you know, like you said, Crash being Crash and pretty much not understanding what's going on in the room. Like they do a good job in this game portraying Crash as something of a very lucky idiot. He manages to very consistently oops his way into very good luck and good fortune. Oh, I was completely zoning out for a second there. But even from the beginning, Crash has never been a very smart character. And he's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be kind of like this wacky cartoon. It's like almost Bugs Bunny-esque figure. Where he's clever and he's good at improvising on the spot. But he's not smart. He's a guy who can be generally trusted with getting out of a situation. Even if part of that solution is luck, he will probably have luck on his side. But in terms of any like actual like marketable skills or intelligence, he's got none of that. He's kind of like not even average, like somewhat below average. But that's part of the charm and the appeal. Though, like, obviously, I guess I suppose I should say he is an athlete of sorts, where he's very physically physically gifted, if not mentally. In this Cortex level. Probably have room for this and one more level by the time we wrap up. Yes, that's a good way of putting it, though. Crash is very street smart without being book smart. Although, at the same time, like, Coco, like, when Cortex joins up, Coco's a little weary of it, but Crash is very openly, like, almost, like, enthusiastic to see Cortex join the team. Like, he's got a good heart on him. So he's not street smart in the sense that, like, he's very cynical. He's very optimistic about things.
If I only hadn't replaced my blaster's teleport with that hair dry function.
But Coco is not just book smart. She's also kind of the more, she'd probably call herself realist of the two, where she's like, okay, I don't trust that Cortex has turned good, but I'm willing to give it a shot because I don't really have a reason not to give it a shot. but they both ruin each other because they're both like they are complete with each other. Oh, that was dumb of me. And they do a good job in this game of getting Crash Bandicoot the character correct. I remember, I might actually skip this, because I remember having a lot of difficulty with this one. I don't know if I actually want to do this. We'll see. We'll see. I found Cortex levels in general to give me more trouble than a lot of the other ones. But that could very much be... That's probably less of a Cortex thing and more of a me thing. Okay. Nah. I think we'll go back to the map. I think we'll just keep going. I remember this level. I didn't like this level when I played it the first time, and I don't want to do it again. Stowing away. And it just explains how Cortex hijacked a spaceship and used his tractor beam to create a path for Crash. After the first two times you see one of the extra characters help Crash in the main path, you get the sense that's what's going to happen the moment you see one of those levels unlock. Actually, the moment you see one of those things happen in the level.
It looks like we're en route to the rift generator, but we'd be a lot faster in that. What the? Tana?
I'm not losing you guys in this dimension too. I'll handle this.
But we're a team.
Oi! What'd I miss?
No ways. Well, hey, where'd my cart go?
I don't know if they earned that moment with Tana in the Bandicoots. On one hand, like, they do establish that the Bandicoots did get killed in Tana's dimension, which is why she stepped up to the plate, because there was no one else to do it. But it feels weird after helping them get all the way there to do that at the big finale. It feels weird to have Tana do that then when she could have asked them to step aside when they first met. It's more of a why now than anything else, I guess, is probably the big issue I have with that particular scene. Ultimately, it's not a big deal and ultimately fine. But it's one of those, that's an odd choice. Not a bad choice, but an odd one. Let me guess. There's no gem here. Okay, there's no way going left. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Oh, I forgot I could just do that. Yeah. Oh, I didn't lose mass. I lost the power up. Oh, we stole Entropy's team racing cart. Okay, what is the point of giving me masks when so many of the hazards do not... Like, masks in general got nerfed really hard in this game. You get less of them, and it feels like when you do get them, they don't matter. It feels like most of the hazards in this game are just unaffected by the fact that you have a mask. Yeah, that makes sense, where he's probably hoping they don't get too involved, but I think at that point you need to say, you need to have Tawna, like, ask them not to get too involved. Because she doesn't really do that in the opening scene. Like, if you're going to have her, like, be the don't get too involved, you'll get hurt, I would just like that established far earlier on than it actually was established. I don't mind that they went that direction, I just wish that they seeded it a little earlier. Like, I said you need to stop getting involved, and I meant it, so stop getting involved. I want to force you to stop getting involved, if you don't. Like, have that be her finally forcing the issue at the end of a long campaign of trying to convince them to do it themselves. And I think I'd be sold. The plot point isn't the problem. The problem is that I could have used more of that plot point being established earlier in the game. Top 10 enemy betrayals in video games. Tawna Bandicoot. Number 3. Buckle your seatbelts.
We're hit. Unbuckle those.
I kind of like that they throw these guys, those gunman guys, in there because they know for a fact that you have the mask that counters them. So they can put that in there and go, yeah, it's fine, because you have the skills to deal with it. Give that moment of power. Not bad. Not bad at all. I might have time for one more level after this. I hope we do. Because I like this game a lot. I don't like cutting it short. Oh, it's time to fight the trophies. No, it's not. We got one more level first. Then it's time to fight the trophies. We're going to open next week by fighting the trophies. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like opening with that. We open this stream by fighting off Cortex, and we open the next stream by fighting off the trophies. No, your screen isn't frozen. That's just the loading time. So Caddy pointed out that the placement for these crates, these specific crates, perfectly mirrors the crate setup for one of the snow level, like a section of one of the snow levels in Crash 2. And that's a really cool detail. Oh, also enjoy your vacation though. I will happily I will be happy to have you on stream in the stream audience for the Entropy Fight. God, this is a terrifying planet, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, even yeah, this planet is terrifying. Oh, no, no. God damn it. I remember being really freaked out by the starfish eye, and when you press it, it tries to snare you. That freaked me out. Okay. I can stay on the sides and be fine. Oh! Hey, Novra! God damn it. I thought I set up the alerts. Oh, I cut myself the other day. I think it was when shaving. But to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if that was the when it happened. It happens, not a big deal. Probably a little longer if Nova is coming in with the raid. But howdy, guys. I'll need to fix. I'll need to see what's going on with my alerts, because it looks like they're not set up the way I thought they were. But I do appreciate the raid nonetheless. So did you guys finish Fatal Frame? And have you moved on to Ratchet, or did you have to stop partway through? Nice, nice. You finished Fatal Frame. I know that's like one of your big games. Wait, my third mask. If this was a section where that mattered. Oh, you went on to the second Fatal Frame. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. I'm glad that you I'll have to check that. I'll have to check the highlight reel of that later. Then see the fight, because I've never actually seen someone play through all of Fatal Frame before. Sweet, we'll start with Ratchet next week. That'll be good. That'll be fun. Obviously, you can see I'm not going for 100% in Crash. It's about time, because that is the path of madness. But I am excited to see you finish up Ratchet 2 100%, because I love that game a lot. I might have to find some way to do that on my stream at some point. See if I get my capture car set up on the PS3 again. Oh. I didn't hit the button fast enough. Woo! So, change of plans. Since I got the raid, we're probably gonna go for maybe a half hour longer than intended. I'll see why not. Give the people what they want. Ooh. Oh. Oh, it's no big deal. I stay up late anyway because what is sleep during pandemic? You're not making me do anything. If I wanted to, I could cut this off, but the next stage after this is a big boss battle, and I do kind of want to do it. Yeah, it's my sleep schedule has not been right for a while now, so really wouldn't matter if I even tried to go to bed on time. Thank you for breaking that box, evil star alien plant thing. We will get our invert mask and God, those eye plants are terrifying. Doot, and whew. Well, that's okay, I had a mask. We fucked it up at the end, though. And now it's time for some really fast and loose riding. An otherwise precision platformer that, to be honest, never felt quite right, even when I was playing this the first time. Whew. Yeah, there's something like this. As someone who's played a lot of Crash 2, the polar bear sections in that game felt tight, and so did the Pura sections in Crash 3. There's a looseness to the controls in this version that doesn't feel too great. And thankfully, I'm only playing this for raw completion. I'm not 100%ing this game, but if I was, having to get all the boxes in this section would probably be enough to get me to like, nah, I'm done. That's alright. That's fine. And just kind of nope out of that. Get this. Whew. So, anyone got any plans for the new year? I think mine, to be first on my docket, is to figure out why my Twitch notifications aren't working. The problem is I don't have a good sample. I just missed a checkpoint. That's going to be bad if I die. I missed a checkpoint. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You're mad. I'm not mad. Did he give it to me? No. I remember this part. There we go. How do I dodge you? Oh, friendly barbecue sounds tasty. Okay, so you are a tricky guy. You always go to the right when you look like you're gonna go to the left. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I got you now. Doing tricky stuff on me. I don't like that. I don't like tricks. Ooh, volunteer stuff. That's cool. Is it pronounced Pleo? Did I get that right? Pleo. Gotcha. Gotcha. Sweet. Good to know. She could ask that question a lot. Yeah, that's really cool of you. That's really kind of you to do that for your community. Do some volunteer work. Wow, I missed freaking all. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like the origins of people's names. That's a cool origin. I like that origin though. That's a cool way to take what was a typo and make it into something that is unique to you. A hole in space. A crack in time, a hole in space. Now we are going to fight Dr. Entropy and his girlfriend, Dr. Entropy from another dimension. I still kind of adore how they celebrate Entropy's narcissism by having him very literally fall in love with himself. And I have never seen someone more thirsty than Dr. Entropy is for Dr. Female Entropy.
What's the matter, hero? Couldn't solo this one?
Let her go!
The last time I killed her friends, her screams were exquisite.
Oh yeah, you died.
No!
Let's make this fun. Give them a sporting chance.
Ooh. Let's see what you Mongols can do as a pack.
This is a cool scene. This is cool. I like this. I like setting up this fight. And now we have the four masks helping us defeat these two. Oh, it's time for this scene! Oh, I forgot about this! If you were a Crash fan, you're gonna freak out in a second. This is really, really cool.
Something monumentally stupid.
As we collect the fruits, we start collecting parts of our adventure from the past.
I fly solo.
This is such a good scene. I forgot this is where this happens. And I like having to, oh, we missed one. I can't just not let this go. We need to get all of them. We need to get all of them. Because the reward is so worth it. Hi, Kelly. Welcome to the stream. You did not miss it. Not yet. Because anyone who is familiar with Crash at all, like, especially the memes, is going to love what they did with this. I promise you that. I'm sorry I missed one. We're gonna have to do it again, but it's not a big deal.
A door between dimensions.
Reality shattering proportions.
Interdimensional domination.
Something monumentally stupid.
This is real good.
Not from our universe. I fly solo.
Get that mask. Get that mask, boo! I wanted to concentrate for a second because I do want to make... Oh, I fucking missed it again! How? Reality Tiger Force is my kind of... I can get behind that. I can get behind that, Pleo. I do wish that the restart didn't take this long, because this loading time is pretty severe. It's pretty severe. If I don't do anything else in this game, I must get this complete. I must get to 100%. I must never... I have to show this off, because this is something worth showing off.
Interdimensional domination.
Something monumentally stupid. See, Kelly in the chat is hype because she knows what's up. Or they know what's up. Is this all there is forever? If I miss that one again, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Why is that one getting missed? I definitely am getting all of the pellets for it. I don't understand what's going on here. But I will get this. If it takes me an entire half an hour to get this, I will get this. Because this is something that is... When I got it the first time without a hitch, and I couldn't stop laughing.
A door between dimensions.
Reality shattering proportions.
I wish there were a checkpoint between this, but thankfully the section itself is not too long.
Something monumentally stupid. Not from our universe.
I fly solo.
That was just bad. I don't know what's going on with that particular fruit. I am definitely not, like, I'm not picking up, and I'm not sure what's going on there. If anyone can like, in the chat is looking and seeing what's going wrong, by all means point it out. I'm eager to figure out what's going on here. And back to 100% conversation from earlier, this is part of what 100%ing this game kind of sucks, is because you're seeing a little microcosm of it, where if you want to retry a level, the loading time for it is pretty severe, and it shouldn't be. I feel like I am. Maybe I'm not doing it fast enough?
Something monumentally stupid.
I feel like I am using the mass power, but maybe I'm not fast enough on the draw.
Not from our universe.
I'd be perplexed by that particular one that's causing me trouble and not any others, because when I did this the first time, that was the only one I missed. There we go. That was the one I missed last time. So, in theory, the rest of it should be fine. There we go! Whoa!
In my universe, bandicoots are considered pests. Is fit for extermination as a
Whoa!
housefly.
Oh, how modern. Tell me more.
I think, if you look back, they actually are using the woe meme. Like, it is the same symbol from the meme. It is the same, like, somewhat stretched out version of that woe. It is so cool. Also, yeah, seeing old Crash graphics in this game is fucking a treat. It's a treat. And I like seeing the masked powers come in here. Whoa! Oh, they did credit the meme creator? That's awesome.
Found its way home.
Let's put them down. Activate the security lasers. Wretched girl. There we are.
I recall having some difficulty with this one at first, too, so... Oh, but I can't believe they put that in the game. That is so cool.
Enough! I won't be foiled by a flea bag. Time to die.
Oh, I love this chase sequence.
Magnificent.
This is memes, Kelly. This is memes. We are meming.
Baby.
I'm gonna have to switch to the TV because my webcam's actually in the way for this. So I do apologize if my audio is a little affected by that. Nothing I can do because I do need to have my full TV available, or my full vision available to me.
I'll squash this mug.
Nice try. Didn't I break these already? Down you go! And that's the Entropy Fight.
Bandicoots.
Whoa!
We did it!
Yeah.
I like that dance.
What's the matter? Unable to handle even the simplest of tasks? I no longer have need for our Cortex alliance.
I kind of like that even as a good guy, Cortex still the butt monkey of the party. But now that Entropy's out of the way, the four masks are free to fix the rifts in time. Making sure the whole world is safe.
Boy, not that it ain't been fun, but about my ticket home.
Right. Now that we've mended things, we can take you anywhere. Anywhen. After we rest. For now, I can only get us as far as the culinary capital of the universe.
The culinary capital of the universe. In the snack dimension. Neon City.
Nachos.
I got time for one more level, I think, before we wrap up, but as of right now, crisis averted. The whole world is safe. There are no more threats. They held hands. They did. They did hold hands. So it's kind of weird that we're still playing when there is no more. There's no more big bad to deal with. Why are we still playing the level? Why is there still more Crash? Entropy has been defeated. The threat is over. The world is safe. What's going on here? Oh, we'll do one more level in the snack dimension and we'll probably call it a night after that. But just know that as of right now, the game is over. The world is safe. We'll just do a victory lap, that's all. Certainly nothing more could go wrong. Certainly. And I am an honest man. I would never lie to you to your face. Never in my million years.
Whoa! You said it, Crash.
We can meet with
He
the
said the
others
thing.
after we've explored. Now, which way are the food trucks?
I deserve that. I like this because Crash 3 also had future levels that took place in kind of not a bleak neon, but a more visually darker in terms of the color palette they were using, where it took place at night with all these glowing neon signs. And this is a similar take on the future as far as a Crash platformer level is concerned, but rather than do the same thing that Crash 3 did with a very dark, moody aesthetic, it is going the opposite route of using very bright, vibrant colors, kind of almost like Overwatch. You know, except not garbage and with full microtransactions. I don't think John Cyberpunk is in this game, sadly. You'll have to deal with... You'll have to, I say sadly. The one we have instead is Dingodile, and I'd rather have Dingodile than John Cyberpunk, if I'm being honest. That's just me. You can disagree with all you want, but don't tell me about it, because I don't care. You can send your disagreements of my opinions to Kellerak here on Twitch, and I'm sure they will send you a very sternly written letter or just block you when they find the message in their inbox the next day. No, I'm kidding. Don't mention that. Don't message Kelly. Kelly is a good bean. She doesn't need... they don't need that in their life. When is Dingodile coming to Cyberpunk? Right now. Well, not now. Probably next recording, actually. But... I'll be in Cyberpunk. Well, usually a Cyberpunk. But not, you know, the official Cyberpunk role-playing system. Only message you want to get thrashing. Oh, 1 second too early. Boopy, boopity boo. Oh, I fucked that one up. I should have tried for a glide there instead of just falling. I like what they do with these, because Akano's gimmick is that if he touches the TNT, even if he's not, like, even if he just jumps on it, it is an instant kill. So you have to use him to navigate across treacherous TNT-laden terrain by switching him on and off so that you can save it to touch TNT and then use his powers to glide distances that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to jump. Well, I probably should have turned off. Like the trick is learning when to keep him on and when to turn him off so you can make jumps. And that's something that, as you can see, you gotta put a little thought into. You can't just have that be the whole thing. You gotta actually do some thinking. And sometimes you gotta think on the fly, as it be. That's a tough spot. There we go. Got it. Okay, I think I see what I gotta do. Jump, jump, fit. Oh man, that's gonna take some precision. Jump, jump, flip. Jump, jump, flip. Or just... That works too, I guess. Jump. I don't know what happened there. I think I triggered the mass power too early on accident. There we go. I like this little gauntlet with all the masks. This is a cool, like... Not finale, because we're not done yet. Oh, I fucked up at the very end. That sucks. But this is a cool level. Like, that showcases not just all the mechanics, what they can do when you link them together. You get to see all the, you like, that was a microcosm for all of the, like, platform mechanics that Crash Coco have in the same level. You saw all four masks, you see the wall running, the spinning, the gliding. And that's a really cool, place to end this stream on, actually. Whew. But thank you, Novra, for the raid. Thank you, Vo, for joining me for most of this. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Pleo. Thank you, Clay. Thank you, everyone who, even if you weren't in chat, who just took part and watched. I do appreciate y'all. Y'all are great people. No worries. If you missed it, you missed it. It'll always be on YouTube the week later, so even if you missed it, you know you'll be able to come back to it whenever you want to. Thank you for attending. But before I go, remember to wear your mask, social distance, wash your hands, Black Lives Matter, and all lives cannot matter until Black Lives Matter.